How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. Welcome back to the channel. And I've got some new guests tonight. People who you might not have seen on a stream for a little while. We'll start off with the man, the myth, the legend, Andy, Perpetual Comics. Andy, it's nice to see you back. How are you?
It's nice to be back. I'm not entirely sure if I am back or not, and it's also great to know that you still can't say Perpetual Comics correctly, Perpetual Comics, which is reassuring. My first show of 2025 and quite possibly my last.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. Always nice to see you, but it's always nice to chat with you. Phil, fresh back into the YouTube land with your new show. Just watched your video today. How's it going? Going all right?
It's going good. The masses they kept calling. I couldn't reject them any longer, so I have a lot of people to please.
Yeah,
a lot of people want a piece of me, so I have to give it to them, I suppose. Like, that sounds really weird, but you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you. And I have to say, you're looking very snug today. You're looking very comfy.
Yeah, it's actually I'm actually sweating now. No way, like we always complain.
Stop talking dirty to me.
I wish I had them put it on.
Get it off, Phil. Go on, get it off. But no, seriously, Phil, you are back into the YouTube land. You've got your own show back and everything, and it's really a good show. It's all about, believe it or not, comic books, which feels bizarre these days for a channel to talk about comics and stuff like that.
Well, I thought about releasing a video just like slagging loads of people off to create some drama and stuff. I thought, well, I'm going to get you so far, you know, but God forbid, imagine talking about comics and a comic book related channel. Crazy.
Crackers. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing tonight. Well, comics and toys. We're going to be I'm going to get Fuzzy's comments in this. Fuzzy. We're going to be talking about comic books, and what we're going to do, I was just saying to the guys, what I've decided to do is I'm changing my content up on YouTube. So I'm not really doing a great deal of comic book unboxings anymore. And instead, at the end of every month, I'm going to do a bit of a rundown on stuff that I've picked up. Some of it you might have seen on other live shows and things like that. But the chaps are going to do the same. They're going to show us some stuff that they've been picking up as well. Before we do that, let's see who we've got in the chat. We have got Fuzzy of the Dunlop. Friends, acquaintances, people who just don't care. Greetings. Always nice to see you, Fuzzy. And Fuzzy, remember, he had a comic show, Fun Times, Memories. I think he's talking about you, Andy. What do you think?
Panels and Pints was great. Yeah.
It was. I missed the Panels and Pints era. I think I came in just at the end of that and saw Panels and Pints After Dark or something like that.
Great show. That was a great one.
We don't talk about that show anymore.
I seem to remember watching a show where you said, I think I was included, where Sean was doing like a news segment and talking about YouTubers and commenting on various people. A little bit rough.
Do you know he actually sent us a video of him doing that as a practice. Me and James didn't watch it, and he just went ahead and done it.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. I seem to remember you then watched another YouTuber who was foraging in the woods at some point. Yeah,
good memories. Memories.
We've got Bad Dan. Nice to see you, Dan. Hope you are well. Looking forward to catching up with you in a little bit's time at Thought Bubble. Hopefully before that, I see they still haven't announced the Thought Bubble dates, have they? But hopefully we'll get them soon. We've got Efren.
Thought Bubble's coming. We know what's coming.
I know. It comes every year. Do you know what I mean? It's like me, it comes once a year. It's like, it's on its way, but we've got Efren. Hi everyone. Who are these guys? Peter. These are some of my other pals, Efren, my other pals. We've got James. Nice to see you, James. Hope you're well. We've got Wayne Deacon. What's up, people? It's a wow. That's harsh, Wayne. I think he's the start at Phil up to me and then to Andy. I think what he's implying there, that's harsh. Nice of Phil to wear my Nan's fleece from 1980s. It's a nice fleece, Phil. Nothing wrong with that. Nice fleece, yeah. You've already said that, Wayne, man. You've already said that. We'll get it. I hadn't seen Phil's new video. I'm excited now. It's very good, Fuzzy. There's even a mention of Fuzzy within the video, from what I remember. Yes,
there is correct. A recommendation from the old Fuzzy Dunlop.
Yeah, don't rush to watch it just yet, Fuzzy. Watch this first. Nice of Andy to show up today. National Lego Day commitment. Thank you. Is it National Lego Day?
You're welcome.
Oof, Lego, Jesus. Piss off with the Thought Bubble chat already. Jeez. Oh, but nothing wrong with that. Anyway, we're here to talk a little bit about bits and bobs that we've picked up. We'll start off with some comic stuff. I have showed some of these off previously, but I know you guys are a bit of a fan, or you started reading this book, 8 Billion Genies. I think some of you got a little way through or whatever. I've recently, so what I do, guys, I don't know how you handle your collection these days. That sounds wrong as well, doesn't it? But I tend to read online, and then if I like it, I'll go back and pick up the first issue. With 8 Billion Genies, there's about 8 billion variants. So I had to pick that one up. You know who that is?
Is that Deadpool?
Is that fucking Deadpool? Are you serious? No,
it looks like Ryan Reynolds or Josh Brolin, one of the two of them.
Yeah, it does look a bit like Josh Brolin. No, it's the guy who plays Wishmaster in there. You've seen the film Wishmaster? You must have seen Wishmaster.
I think it's before my time, Pete. Thanks.
Jesus, he's unbelievable.
Is that horror nonsense? Is it related to
it's
that?
Horror. It is horror. It is horror.
Does it give you one good scare?
Yeah, now and then. We've got another issue, 8 Billion Genies. I got another one of those. Andy, come on, you must recognize the artist on that one.
What's her name again? Jenny.
Oh, I haven't seen this very well. Hold on. Jenny Frisson.
Bit of Frisson action. And then we've got this. I don't know. So
Pete?
I don't know what these guys do. So the people, if anybody in the chat knows, Fuzzy's normally good at this. These guys, whenever they do a new issue 1, there's a cat cover. The cat has no relevance to the story, I believe. But I've got another one coming up, but it's a sparkly glitter cat. It's very expensive, but I have it. I don't know why.
Is it a Charles Rand Brown thing? Is that what it is? What do you mean? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any idea why it's a cat?
That would make a great meme. Killer Comics back next week and just a cat. As shocked as we are.
8 billion kitties. So does anyone know why they do the cat thing?
Who cares, Peter?
I don't know. It's just, and I don't even know why I had to buy it, but I just did.
That's why they do it.
I paid about £60 for this, I think.
Yeah. You did not pay 60 quid. Why?
From America, it's a cat. From America. I don't know why. Anyway, so that's 8 Billion Genies. That's been optioned as well. Have you guys read the book?
I haven't. It's on my list, but I'm trying to buy some variants on eBay, but they all go really quickly. Someone's buying them all up. It must be yourself, Pete.
Did you were searching for the pussy, weren't you, on the eBay? I know you were searching for
eBay.
I've bought all the pussy
at 60 quid. Not a chance.
60 quid, quite a bargain. Ironically, Peter's shown this 8 billion times. I have Fuzzy. I have 8 billion kitties. Looks like Peter in the shower. Cheeky bastard. Wayne's on form tonight. So what did you think of the story, Andy? Did you finish it? Because I know a lot of people got halfway through and then binned it.
Well, I think the question is more, how many did we read for the Killer Comics show? Because that seems to be the only comics that I read these days.
Yeah.
I haven't, guys, full disclosure here, I haven't read a comic for 9 weeks.
Oh, Andy.
I know.
Why? So why not?
A good question. Time. I've just not been motivated to read any comics at the moment. I'm just so focused on other things at the moment that aren't comic related.
Have you fallen out of love with comics a little bit?
I think comics have fallen out of love with me.
So it's interesting because I go through kind of phases where I read a lot, and then I went through a phase of reading a ridiculous amount of comics, trying to get them read for shows and things like that. And I think that made us start to speed read and kill the love of it a little bit.
Yeah,
but more recently, I've kind of honed it in a little bit, and I'm reading stuff and I'm enjoying most of it. What about you, Phil? Because your new show's all about the stuff you've read the last week.
Similar. I want to plug my video from today. Go check out my channel. But like I say, Fuzzy recommended a book in the comments section last week, and it's something like beforehand I would have like picked up more than likely in the physical copies and variants previously, but you can't buy everything. I found a direct correlation to spending an awful lot of money on books and then getting no reward, no didn't enjoy what you're getting from it, like stop spending money, and therefore I stop reading stuff. But if someone recommends something, I'll always pick it up.
Yeah.
I just find like you can't read every issue every week, so you do have to kind of rely on other people to let you know. And some you'll just miss, and you'll pick up later on down the line, like you do when you buy them all the variants when there's a TV show coming or a film or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, you can't read everything, and there's no point trying to stress out reading everything for YouTube, in my opinion.
Absolutely. No, I think you're right, Phil, because I think that's the trap I fell into. And I remember, last year we were doing that weekly show, and I felt like we're reading that Batman DC crossover, and I was almost hate reading it.
What was that called?
I was like,
Night Terrors?
Night Terrors.
Yeah,
I was angry when I was turning the pages. Do you know what I mean? I was like, fuck. And it was like, why am I even doing this? It's shite. It's just not my kind of comic, I guess. Yeah. Andy, what kind of books are you wanting to get back into if you are wanting to get back into comics?
Well, I'm considering, 60 quid glittery cat covers, if I'm honest. Wow,
I'll do your bargain.
Can you just stop for a second and show us that mug again?
It's
My lord.
It's a good mug.
Aye. No wonder Phil's sweating. Sorry, what was the question? I lost.
What kind of comics are you wanting to get back into?
Can I stop you there, actually?
Did you?
Surely Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. That's a good point now. That forget everything before. Get on these now, where they're early doors in terms of only 3 or 4 issues out. They're fantastic.
They are very good.
Absolute Batman 1 I read. Absolute Wonder Woman I read. I'm not reading Superman.
Superman's the best one, honestly.
Seriously? Are you lying or?
No, 100% the best one. There's more to
it. I think you've got an unnatural hatred for Superman, because everybody I've talked to who've started to, Fuzzy is in
it's
the
not
chat.
Even at the top of my list, Peter. It's not even at the top of the list.
It's worth picking. Absolute Superman is good. I have to say, I think Absolute Wonder Woman's the best of the bunch, mate. I'm thoroughly enjoying
I'll tell you what. Tomorrow I'll read the Superman, Absolute Superman, and let's organise a show on Thursday. Around about 9 o'clock, and I can tell you all about it.
I see what I'm doing.
Do you want me to come on? I'll have a Cockney accent and like geezer.
You'll have to wear anything. Let's just see what the chat are saying, guys, before we move on. Andy can show us some books. We've got Anton. I noticed a Doctor Who comic that Doctor Who comic does that, but doesn't seem to have an end. Last issue was supposed to come out a while ago, and it never did. Yeah, Anton, the delays in comics at the moment are killing a lot of stories. Me and Fuzzy were chatting about this today. You guys, I know, Andy, you were reading the Deviant by James Tynion. You're reading that one as well, Phil?
No, it's one I want to get, but they're still waiting on the last issue to come.
Last issue still not out. It's been months.
Did it ever finish? Did it not finish?
It was supposed to come out this week, I think, and then it's been delayed again. So you're talking months and months and months.
It's probably waiting for the Killer Comic Show to start back up.
It is. That's what I've heard. I've heard Tynion said hold off until the guys can review it. That's what I've heard. Yeah. Andy was so motivated to read again after Thought Bubble. It lasted 2 episodes of the Killer Comic Show. Magazine's still around, but the comics are done by Titan. Fuzzy, you can buy a comic, you can't buy the time to read it.
I like that.
Very good.
I like Rock and Roll.
Oh, very good. I might get that in a t-shirt.
Yeah, it sounds wise words. A while ago, I stopped reading comics for about 2 years. Yeah, I did that I went through I sold my entire collection when the kids were young, and I didn't really read or pick up anything for a good few years. Have you guys ever had like a big break in collecting or reading for a period of time like that?
To be fair, last year generally I didn't read as much as I thought I would, because if I'm being honest, I feel like the comic books weren't very good for a while. It was just churning the same old stuff. Even when it comes to like indie books, which is also a very kind of, you can get everything. They were all hitting the same notes, like to try and get the sales. I get this. The comic book, they need to make sales, but also don't give us 8 billion variants for a series called 8 billion. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we can see it, and it wasn't enjoyable. Some of the stories last year were absolutely trash.
You used to be part of the Nerd Herd, Phil, and I think sometimes, I don't know if Andy, if you feel the same with the Nerd Herd, you were picking a book or being told what to read, and quite often it's not the book you would perhaps pick up. That's certainly what it's like on Killers at times.
Yeah.
Sometimes that works in your favor and you find a gem that you would never have read. But a lot of the time, it's like, I would never choose to read this myself.
It's actually one of the reasons why I kind of left it, because at the start, there were so much to choose from. We done that show every week for 3 years. It's 156 episodes. And like, you're going to have more stinkers than winners, really, I think. So there was a lot of stuff I was reading. So I'm not enjoying this at all. And it became a chore.
Yeah. Were you the same with some of the killer picks, Andy?
What's the Nerd Comic Book Club?
It was a very good. Actually, it was a show that got me into YouTube. It was very good.
You're welcome.
So that's what's to blame.
Did you feel like that with Killers, Andy? Picking up sometimes the books that we had to read, particularly when
absolutely, yeah. And I think when life and work ramps up, you do find yourself going, "Oh, I've got a chore to read this book because I need to go on the show and I need to talk, at least show and not chat GPT what it was about." Not that I would do that. But yeah, no, sometimes you just feel as if you're forced to do a lot of stuff. And I think that's what it becomes a bit like monotonous and stuff, and you need to sort of freshen up a little bit. And it's more about being in the moment as opposed to being prepared to do the same thing over and over again, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
It's like you're so little time, you didn't want to dedicate the crap books or crap stories. And like you did begrudge it. You really begrudged reading some. Like I say, that Night Terror one, I enjoyed the show we did, Pete, for a wee spell on your channel.
Yeah.
But that Night Terrors really did. It hurt for a while.
Oh, it hurt. And I got the same, to be honest, with X-Men. After the relaunch of the X-Men, I really did give it a good go. And I read most of the relaunches for a couple of issues. And it got to the point I just thought, why am I putting myself through this? It's not getting any better. And I think I'm just, dare I say it, aged out of X-Men comics at the moment. And last year, I mean, I know you guys both, well, I think you've read it, Phil, but I was starting to feel that way with your mainstream Avengers books. And then Avengers Twilight came along and kind of reinvigorated us. And I thought, this is how it should be. This is a bit of passion back, you know. We've got Luke. Nice to see you, Luke. I hope you're well, bud. Anton, I set aside time to catch up on all the comics, but it's not that easy, like you said. Yeah, speed reading. And again, these things aren't cheap. I find myself flicking through some of them thinking, all right, lads, I'm in tears here. Poor Fuzzy's getting
therapy here.
That's an awesome mug. Thank you very much. Efren, Peter, can't wait for Absolute Martian Manhunt. I'm not interested in the slightest in that one, I have to say.
Oh, really?
I don't know why. Martian Manhunt has never floated me boat. He's just not a character that I particularly
But
enjoy.
This is the perfect chance with the Absolute line. They could do whatever they want.
But the art style looks awful as well, doesn't it?
I haven't actually seen any stills.
Oh, it's very kind of random colour splats and things. And
it's not Riley Rossmo in the art, is it?
No, I'm not sure.
I remember a book about 5 years ago. It was awful.
We've got Ed Vic. Hello there, three beautiful men on a Tuesday. Sparkling chat. He's in. Good stuff, Ed. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Everyone hates the regular Spider-Lamb book, but I still read it because, well, I like it. But what you read, I like it, but like what you read because you like the character. Yeah, that is very true. I haven't read Spider-Man for a while. Spider-Man, I think he means.
Oh, yeah, okay. But Spider-Man sounds good. Give us Spider-Man.
You've read some of the recent Spider-Man stuff, Phil, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm reading it currently. Yeah, it's I'm a Spider-Man fan, so I'm gonna endure the good with the bad. But to be fair, it's better now than it has been the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it was dire for a while. Okay, Andy, have you got something to show?
Something to show you. Let's start with a couple of books that I got as Christmas presents from Santa Claus. The first up is a little bit of Judge Dredd goodness. This is a book called I Am the Law by Michael Mulcher. And this book, I've read a few pages of it so far, but it's basically showing how Judge Dredd predicted the future.
I'm very sorry, Andy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Phil went, I went, Spider-Man sounds bad. That's one of your best. Fuzzy, that's your best work. That's very good.
I was going to say, I thought you sounded mint.
Oh.
Sorry, you're saying, I am the law.
No, do you know what? This matter. That's why I don't do YouTube anymore, guys.
Show us your book. Go on.
No.
Show us your book.
No,
show us your book. Do it.
Yeah, I Am the Law by Michael Molcher, and it's a book about how Judge Dredd predicted the future. So a lot of the stuff that was in the early Judge Dredd programs have actually came true to life. And this is a book all about that, and it is fantastic. It's won lots of prizes, this book, and I had it on my Amazon wish list. My missus picked it up.
Silly question, Andy. You're referring to it as a book there. It's a proper textbook. It's not a, a comic book.
It's like a novel.
Real words and stuff.
Yeah. Big words. So that gets placed adjacent to my phone next to where the toilet roll is. When obviously I'm going to the toilet like everybody else, and there's nobody else to do that now. Okay. Can I show another one? Yeah,
just before you move on. Judge Dredd. I'm a big fan of the last Judge Dredd movie. I know you're a big Judge Dredd fan in general. What have you thought of the movie outings so far?
What? The what?
The movie outings of Judge Dredd. What have you thought of
the movie outings of Judge Dredd? Yeah. Wow, you went very, very Newcastle there.
Very, very posh. Very posh.
Me and Phil's face just went. I was just going to go, yes.
Yes, I did.
I did. Thank you. Sorry, sir. I love both of them for what they are. The second one is obviously the best. There's lots of chat about there being another installment of that movie, which the great Jock is going to be part of, doing some of the artwork and storylines and stuff like that. I had to get it in, Phil. Right, it's been 8 weeks. Shush. All right,
it's like your friend James and the what's it called, Tops or whatever it's called.
Yeah, it's like bullshit. It's a bullshit bingo, isn't it? Speaking of Jock, I got this for Christmas as well, Book of Evil. So I've been telling Peter about this one to give it a read. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that it was maybe his start of last year, I think it was, and I sat down. Yeah, that's what happened. I sat down to read it and then realized it was a lot of work. And like I've been saying about speed reading, I didn't have the time to commit to it. So I will sit and read it properly because it sounds good. It's what's the synopsis, Andy, briefly?
It is a very, very, very wordy book, I must admit, and it took me like 2 or 3 goes to actually get through it, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. Imagine that from tomorrow morning onward, nearly every baby born into this world is a future psychopath. So it basically looks that's the synopsis of it. Is all the kids turn into be psychopaths, but a select few try to escape from where they put all the psychopaths, and it's really, really good.
Sounds interesting. You read that one, Phil?
No. Do you know something controversially? I gave up on Scott Snyder's indie work for a while because some of it was really a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest.
Like what?
What's that one with like America was walled off? What's that one called? Undiscovered Country? Is that right? I didn't really like it. And then I read Clear, which is like a cyberpunk type of thing, which
I quite enjoyed that.
Was okay, good concept, but it didn't blow me away. And there's a few other books. They were meant to be horror books, but they weren't really. The only one I haven't read, I want to read, is Canary. It's like a Western thing with Dan Panosian on art.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
I want to read that one, to be fair, but yeah, I'm just a bit. I prefer Scott Snyder on Batman. That's it. Sorry.
Is it Scott Snyder that's just? I'm not a big Jock fan. Is it Scott Snyder and Jock?
Whoa! No! We can't move on. What?
Jock, isn't he?
Jock, I would put in the
bin.
Easy now, Phil. Easy.
The overrated
mental health.
Is that right?
No, Andy's back on YouTube. He's attacked already.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't like his sequential art. Some covers are fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not a big fan of his like internal pages.
Oh, sorry, Phil. You're allowed to be wrong. Let's go.
I agree with Phil. I think he's overrated. Sorry, Andy.
What? No, it's not. No, I think it's a lot more to do with the fact that I like Jock, because the amount of ribbon and piss that gets taken out of me because I like somebody who's an artist.
Let's do sound off in the chat.
No, yes. Please don't, because you know they will attack me. You know they will.
Do you like Jock? Yes or no? Do you like Jock? he's got some good cover work. And his voice got very high there under the jacket.
I was going to say something there, and I went, no. But...
Oh, Fuzzy's team Andy. Fuzzy is team Andy.
It's not that I think Jock is bad. Jock's very, very good at what he does. I'm just saying, if I had to rank like all the artists I like, I wouldn't really put Jock in the top 10. I'll say
it's like your wee sweater. It's like it's not really bad, but if I had a choice of sweaters, that wouldn't be one I'd pick.
This is more practical than fashion, you know.
Lots of people are on the Andy bus. Wasn't there a Dread TV show planned? I think there was for a time, Dan, but it just disappeared. It just disappeared. Phil, have you got something to show?
Yeah, I'll show a couple of variants that aren't really. I'm going to blow you away, but I don't have much coming in because I don't know how you do it in the month of January. But sure, this is the first cover appearance of the Ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah,
is that a big book? I don't know. I jumped at it because I thought
it's a good story. Have you read it?
I haven't read it. No, that's the Ultimate Universe 1 year in. So.
Oh right, yes. So that's we read that in the Killer Comic Show. And
yeah.
Who's the artist, Phil?
Jock.
Somebody with. It's not Jock. I don't know who the artist is. Do you know, Andy?
No.
I feel Phil, before we went live, you unboxed that and you said, I'm not sure who the artist is. I don't want to feel silly. He's purposefully done that because you attacked Jock.
But ironically, it wasn't. It was the next one like that.
Yeah,
so that's something I picked up.
So I really enjoyed that story. Andy and Charlie didn't particularly like that one, but I thought the Nick Fury story in it was very, very good. Very good.
I've enjoyed the Ultimates in general, the Ultimates book as well, and obviously the Ultimate Universe, Spider-Man being the standout, Wolverine was quite good. I haven't read Black Panther or their stuff, but yeah, I've enjoyed it myself. The next one is a Javi Hernandez variant cover of Absolute Batman Akira homage.
Oh man, I wanted that one. Yeah, I've not got a copy of that yet.
This here was from 789 Comics, which charge a lot of money for their variants these days.
That was about 60 odd quid, was it not? Or was
no, that one wasn't. No. It might have been if you bought the 9.8 or something, but this was only £24, which I still begrudge paying £24 for.
Tasty.
There were a couple of different ones. Akira. Did I say Akira?
Just keep saying it. Akira.
Is that the artist? Is that the artist from the previous book?
He's Swedish, yeah. Akira homage. There's a few of those going out. There was one recently. I don't know who had done it. It was who's the big artist at the minute? It's something Spears. Mark Spears.
Mark Spears.
He done one with the Joker with the Akira homage. It was really good, but I can't be buying them all. It's too expensive.
Yeah. It's a great cover, that one, but I really do like that one. Well, speaking of Mark Spears, because you mentioned it, I've got 2 Mark Spears books here, both sent to us by my good friend Fuzzy of the Dunlop. So thank you for these, Fuzzy. This is Return of the Living Dead, Mark Spears cover. Read the comic today, actually. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to do a review of it on Friday night. But yeah, artwork is stunning. Mark Spears is a phenomenal artist, absolutely phenomenal artist.
I hadn't heard of him before. Is he just new into?
He kind of came out of nowhere. So this is his flagship book, Monsters. Again, absolutely stunning cover. But basically, the guy did a lot of Kickstarters for cards. So he did like a Wizard of Oz card set, and he did a Monsters card set and things like that. And the flu, they got very popular. He's done a lot of Spawn books and things like that. He then did this Monsters. Issue 1 went absolutely insane. I mean, the variants and the prices for those books now. If you go on eBay and just type in Monsters 1, the prices for even just the standard issues are through the roof. And then he just went like nuclear hot. So he's doing variant covers for pretty much every book you can imagine. A lot of stuff for Dynamite. He's doing a lot of their kind of cartoon-based books. So yeah, he's super, super hot.
Is he American or British based?
American. Yeah, slightly concerned. Sorry, Andy. Slightly concerned he's going to get oversaturated because, like you were just saying, Phil, there's just variant after variant after variant after variant. It's getting a little bit too much, Sorry, Andy, you were saying, mate.
No, I jumped in there. You know I don't like to be controversial in these types of shows, Peter. You know that, don't you?
I've heard that.
Is it fair to say that Mark Spears could be the new Peach Momoko of 2025?
Yeah, I think so. And it certainly feels like every week there's a few different books. It's going to be interesting as well because his artwork, I showed it on a show the other day. He's got a Mum-Ra cover for Thundercats and he's got a Silverhawks cover, and it's the central image is exactly the same, and then there's about 10 variants with different colored backgrounds. So like a purple background, a green background, exactly the same image, just a different color. And I'm thinking that's a bit crap, you know. He's just done a signing event at CGC, so I've sent 2 blank covers into him. It's going to be really interesting because you've seen the quality of his artwork. It's going to be interesting to see. I've asked for 2. I've got 2 head sketches or torso sketches. I can't remember. It'll be interesting to see what the quality of his hand-drawn artwork's like, because I suspect, well, I don't know how, but I suspect some of that's computer-aided, he's colouring and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see what his artwork comes back like.
Peter,
but he's certainly a hot artist.
Where do you store your commissions? Because you get quite a lot of them.
So the majority of them, I'm going to show you one in a second, the majority of them are either sent to get CGC graded to protect the artwork, or I've got them in these magnetic hard cases. But probably something to talk about on another show, maybe, Andy, if you can fetch it, in terms of bigger pieces of artwork. That's what I struggle with in terms of, you know, posters and things like that, whereas Andy's got a solution to that.
Do you not put them in your gallery downstairs?
In the left wing, yeah.
West wing,
in the west wing, yeah. So Luke's just saying Fuzzy Dunlop is a nice man. He certainly is, Luke. He certainly is.
Some man for one man.
Yeah. Fuzzy saying Mark Spears is already there, dog. He's a super artist at the moment. Both out tomorrow. Is that the Thundercats and the Silverhawks, Fuzzy? Is that what you're referring to? I'm going to end up picking up the Thundercat ones. I know I am.
Did you see that one I sent you, Pete? Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls?
I'm not picking that one up. No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's free comic book day, isn't it? Thundercat crossover with the Powerpuff Girls. Howie. Come on.
I'm intrigued.
Who am I kidding? I'm going to get it. Ed's not on the Spears bus. Don't really get it, but then I'm not a big fan of monsters. Ed.
Bubble.
Ed Orthobal, yeah. There'll be shite, Peter. He only does digital art. That's my worry, Dan. You're saying that's my worry. I saw something on eBay and I thought, oh, that looks a bit not as good.
If you Google Mark Spears sketch cards, you can actually get them at a fairly decent price, like 50, 60 quid. And they'll look okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can draw.
Similar, if you Google JB sketch cards, you get really good prices there too.
Dynamite has been crazy with variants, but I do agree with the different backgrounds is even more. It's absolutely, there's some good Dynamite books out there. Captain Planet coming out soon. Looks interesting. The colours do it for Fuzzy. Yeah, he is very, very good with the colour work. Monsters 3 out tomorrow. 22 Comics. Thundercats better get it together. I've lost all hope. Well, no, I haven't. There's a new Thundercats series coming out, which is based on the characters from Thundercats Ho, the movie. So Bengal and all that lot. So hoping that's going to be decent. Anyway, back to, well, I've just done my bit. Andy, what else have you got to show?
So my comic collecting has changed again. I posted up on my IG about sort of trying to get rid and reset the collection, as it were. So I found that I was kind of a hoarding comics and trying to, you know, fill runs that I didn't really care about just for the sake of filling them in. So sold a fair bit of comics over the last sort of 2-3 months and trying to be picking up stuff that I like, whether anybody else likes it. But I like it. So a little bit of John Tyler Christopher Witchblade.
Nice.
This book's notoriously difficult to get in high grade. And I noticed when I purchased this one, it has got like sort of staple orb, and I'm pointing there, by the way, just in case. Okay. But yeah, love a bit of John Tyler Christopher, and he done a lot of Witchblade. His first cover was for Witchblade, I believe.
It's a lovely cover, that one as well. I like that one.
This is a well-known cover everybody loves. Got this in Mylar as well. Look, shiny. Batman Harley Quinn. This is the is it the first appearance in
Continuity?
Yeah.
Is that the first print?
Yeah.
Just hold that up again, Andy. Just look at that. I mean, so we're talking about artists. That's the king of artists for me, Alex Ross.
Alex Ross. Oh, okay.
I don't think you can get better than an Alex Ross painted cover.
I would put Jock ahead of Alex Ross.
Wow. Controversial. I don't disagree, Phil, but controversial. But Alex Ross was
joke.
I love Alex Ross as well. It was Alex Ross and Todd McFarlane were the two, and then Greg Capullo very closely after that in the first few issues of Spawn.
You know who the first time I really appreciated art was Alex Ross, but another one that I think often gets forgotten about how talented he was and how amazing a lot of his work is Mark Bagley. I absolutely adore Mark Bagley's Spider-Man, his Thunderbolts, all that stuff back in the day. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'd love a sketch by Bagley, to be honest. He's just very, very cool.
Yeah, I met Bagley at New York Comic Con when I went. It was a bit of, it was one of those moments I was lost for words, because it's like, meeting your hero type thing. It was unbelievable. Yeah. And I picked this up as well.
Nice.
Wolverine Action, issue number 1.
Is that number 1? Very nice.
Number 1, yeah. And I've got one more comic, if that's cool.
Of course it is.
A little bit of Spider-Gwen action. Just love this cover. So just specifically been picking up stuff that I like, as opposed to stuff that is maybe in the top 10 or people are raving about, because I just like the covers. So
is a lot of your collection cover buys, Andy?
A lot of my collection would have been premised on speculation, I would say. I still do watch a lot of the American shows, and I think a lot of it was FOMO back in the day, when I was first on YouTube and stuff like that. Then I get more into reading the comics and enjoying those, and I've always had appreciation for the artwork. So then I sort of streamlined it to certain artists, and then once I realized that I couldn't collect everything, and I couldn't fill in all those runs like Captain America and Iron Man, I just went, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of them and collect the stuff that I enjoy, whether that be a cover, an artist, or a story. And that's what I'm planning for the rest of 2025. I think I've got like a top 10 books that I want to pick up, and that's the goal that I've set myself, to get those. So the sort of weekly buys will be out the window.
What's number 1, if you don't mind us asking?
I would like Star Wars issue number 1 in a 9.8.
9.8.
I've got 2 9.2s, and I guess I'm going to sell those and try and get a 9.8.
Very cool.
If you sell those both, would that equal the sum for the 9.8, or?
No, I'd still probably need to add a wee bit of cash to it, to be fair. Okay. Although everything's gone down in price, it's like
everything's dropping.
If anybody does have a 9.8, the 2 9.2s I've got are both newsstand as well. So
I've got a number 1, but I haven't got a clue what grade it is. Can't remember. It'll not be a 9.8, because it wasn't a book. It wasn't a book that I was desperate to get. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted it to see I've got it in my collection. But
yeah.
Very nice. Phil, have you got anything else to show?
I'll grab a few things here. I'll start off with this one. Pete, you'll love this. This is basically for me and Fuzzy Dunlop, probably more than anyone else, because we're big wrestling fans. And this is a toy show too, isn't it?
It is.
So I'm a wrestling fan, more or less so back in the day. And my favorite wrestler was a guy called the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And this was a Christmas present my wife bought in September, but it didn't arrive like 2 days ago. That's why it's sitting here. And it's this here, Ultimate Edition wrestling figure of Shawn Michaels. Like, you don't care, do you, Pete? You have no interest.
I'm trying to work out what he's doing. What's the pose?
So this is WrestleMania 12. So it was 1996. March the 31st, 1996 is how I know this. It's really sad, I know. And he won the belt for the first time. And he ascended from the ceiling on like a zip line. And that's what he's doing.
Say that again. He did what?
He descended. Is that the right word? Or no,
I just like the way you said it. It was nice.
He zip lined down from the roof of the building to the ring. And this was just him coming down on the zip line. There we go.
Is this after he was in the tag team with Mark Jannetty?
Oh, yeah. years after.
Well,
He's a good looking bloke, or at least he was. He's bald now.
Sorry? Whoa! Just because wait a minute, just because I'm not ascending down a zip line, all right?
He was good looking, then he went bald. Yeah,
No,
nice,
that's
Phil.
not what I meant.
Well done.
I meant like he was a good looking chap when he had this.
Until he went bald. Yeah.
You know.
I've never had hair like that, to be honest. Or zip line. Or wrestling.
But yeah, there's a toy. There's a toy for you, Pete. And I wasn't planning on showing this, but I was just sitting out there, and I feel a wee bit kind of underprepared because you clearly have loads to show, whereas I'm going to be struggling. But I've got a few.
Look at all the stuff behind Phil, and he's talking about you having loads to show. Look at those shelves.
I'm trying to get rid of. Andy, do you want to buy some? Do you want to buy 28 boxes, short boxes of comics?
Oh, don't tempt me. You know I'll be around your house tomorrow.
You'll buy them. Luke's asking, Andy, what did you sell out of interest? What have you got? You've got a list that you send out to people.
Yeah, I'm still selling. So what I normally do is I just go through box by box, just taking photos and uploading them to Dropbox up in the cloud, and then if anybody's interested, I send them a link to it, and then sell on eBay as well. So I'm on eBay under Perpetual Comics and just thinning down the collection. I will not go to an LCS and sell my comics because
they offer 10p a book.
I think I would rather keep them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Or give them away. I do give a lot of comics away to charity and various other people. So yeah.
My game plan going forward to sell mine, I aim to just sell them for like £1 an issue on eBay. So say it's like I run like 6 books, £6 plus postage. Just because I feel like I don't want 10p for them. I'll happily take a few quid for them, and they're out of my space. Then they're gone.
That may be another interesting conversation to have, Peter, about how people sell, specifically with the changes in eBay. Because I would use eBay. I've used it for about 20 odd years, but they're changing a lot of their terms and conditions. So you get paid later, then you have to show proof of post, and it's a little bit like the Vinted model if you've used Vinted. So that'd be a good conversation to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you guys ever had a stall at a comic fair or a comic con or anything?
No, my anxiety wouldn't allow it. Absolutely wouldn't allow it. Yeah.
But from what I gather, like over here, the ones that have a stall at the shows here, and I don't know about the one in Enniskillen, Andy, you were talking about, but some of the other shows that they're here, they're just too expensive to have a stall. You wouldn't make money. You'd be losing money.
Yeah.
And no one wants to pay. No one wants to buy stuff at these comic cons. You ever see these comic cons? No one wants to buy anything.
No. That's another topic. Couple of comics just to show off. You've probably seen these ones before, but Charlie picked these up for. This is the Transformers from Battersby Power Station.
If you left, right. All right, send me that one, Pete. Thanks.
Yeah, catch.
I'm sending this one to Fuzzy of the Dunlop. But these are a nice book to get. Nice book to get a hold of. I've shown this one on my Instagram lots of times. So I'm going to show it off again because I think it's phenomenal. This is a sketch cover. So this is by the artist from Elvira.
Oh, make him bigger. Make him bigger.
Who Phil?
He's up. He's moving. What a man.
So yeah, this is a stunning cover, and I think this is where my collecting's probably going to go to. That I want to get more sketch covers and things, and these are really nice as well. These magnetic holders. Don't know if you guys have got any of these, like magnetic slabs
from Temu.
No, I don't know where. I got these from a comic shop I went to.
Oh,
I think
you get them on Temu.
£8 or something. I think I paid for them. But yeah, they're quite nice. Our good friend Rico sent us this. This is the Skeletor piece of artwork that he did for us, which is just amazing. Absolutely love that. Absolutely love it. He's a phenomenal artist, isn't he? An absolute phenomenal artist. Ian Richardson.
Is he retired now, isn't he?
Well, so he told her at Thought Bubble that he was retiring, but I have to say, I think if you still hit him up on Instagram, he still keeps his hand in and he'll do your covers and bits of artwork. I think what he wanted to move away from was deadlines and things like that. If you can let him kind of get on in his own time, then you'll happily do stuff for you. He's recently done a sketch cover for James, which is apparently coming to my house. So Ian sent us an image of it the other day, but it's phenomenal. So yeah, really, really cool. Really cool.
That's awesome. Can I make a suggestion, Peter, that you scan that and send the scan to James Boyd. Get him to
That's
color
what
it.
So that's what I was thinking, you know, because Fuzzy's just given us some good advice there. Take it out of the holder, Peter. It makes the ink leak. Swag has a video about it. Okay, I shall do that, Fuzzy. I shall do that. I love getting things like this, same as sketch covers and things, but I often do as well think, I wish it was coloured. So I don't know. I would be happy to send this to James, the original, from to colour for us if he fancied it.
Not frowned upon in the professional art world.
I don't know.
Or colouring other people's works.
Maybe, and he probably charge a fortune because he's like a recognised artist now.
Absolutely,
Lucky Devils, you guys read Lucky Devils? Fuzzy got us on.
We are to be on this show, Peter.
Exactly. Honoured Devils, yeah. So a bit of foil action. The standard cover A, and guys, because this is by the same people that did 8 Billion Genies. Yeah, the same frigging cover, isn't it? Just this time the cat's head's on fire. More cat action.
You're deep into picking up covers, aren't you, Peter?
I am. I know I shouldn't. Oh, Fuzzy's saying your monsters what I mean, the plastic thing. All right, okay. Oh, it's a bit of a worry. I'll do that. Okie dokie. That's all of my comics. I've got a couple of action figures to show off. Andy, have you got anything else you want to show off?
Double mug. I've got loads of stuff to show. Another comic pickup. One of my favourite covers. Nice. Wolverine issue number 8.
Love that one.
Love that one. Great that. And speaking of the man himself, I done a little bit of a trade with our man Ed Vick, and this arrived today through the post, and I traded him for this.
Oh, nice.
That's on my to get list. Even though I give Jock a bit of stick, I want to get that.
It is a good cover, that one, but isn't it? Absolutely. You must have a copy of that already, Andy, have you not?
Yeah, maybe one or two. I've got, one or two. But always check the back cover on this. It's notorious for getting dinged up and stuff like that, and that's what always breaks your 9.8. But this is just going to stay raw and get it signed at some point.
Yeah. Very nice. It's a belter. It is a belter. Any others, Andy?
I've got 2 more things, but they're not comic related, so I'll pass on to the next person.
Phil, any more comics?
I just went and grabbed the variant cover there. To be fair, this was a few months ago, but I don't do live shows anymore to show them off. Fuzzy will be a fan of this one. It has a certificate of authenticity.
Oh,
Young himself.
Oh,
it is Frankenstein.
Oh, nice.
Issue 1, the Scotty Young variant, which I think's fantastic. Disappointed slightly because it came. I think Andy, you spoke about this before when I first got it. There was a slight ding somewhere. Oh yeah, the corner, like maybe the wee the corner flick up almost when you put them in the bag. But it might get this slabbed. It might not get 8.8, but it may do.
I'm sure I've read somewhere, mind. If it's like the machine pull on the corners, that's accepted because they accept that as part of the manufacturing process.
That's okay then.
I'm sure I've read that somewhere.
Signed as well by the.
Was that direct from the website, Phil? Yeah.
Direct from the website, yeah. So I'm going to get it slabbed.
The colours on that book are amazing, and the colour on the ink that he's used for his signature is stunning.
Yeah, it's really good.
And the UK CGC are now accepting what's the company that you use for the
series? Oh yeah,
the PSA. Is it the signature people? No. PSA.
GSA?
GSA, sorry.
Yeah. So that you can send them to GSA via the UK office now, which is awesome.
Nice. I think I done a mock, like a mock run through of the website, and I had about four books I wanted to get CGC'd, and then I priced it. I was near sick, so maybe just have to do one at a time. Piggyback on top of one of Andy's ones he does down the line, you know.
No, absolutely, yeah. I've not done one in a while, but I just got my new subscription with CGC, so whenever I'm doing a bunch of stuff,
give me a shout. That will be going. One more comic thing. I'll just show this too, because Pete, I know you're a big fan of the Absolute editions.
I certainly am. Yeah.
This is the Absolute Preacher. So I've got volumes 1 and 2.
Glenn Fabry. Yes.
And I have to say these books.
I love them.
They're remarkable. I Have you read Preacher yet?
Yep.
So I've read a few issues of it, and so have I bought the Preacher omnibuses? I might have the Absolute Preachers. Oh no, it's Sandman. I got Sandman. So no, I'm going to pick them up. And is what?
Does it smell good, Phil?
Oh, give it a sniff.
Smells new and inky and glossy paper. And the thing is, I don't know if you're going, Andy, but next week in Coffee and Heroes in Belfast, Garth Ennis is going to be there. Yeah. I already told you I would grab you a copy of that book that he released with Mike Perkins a few weeks ago. And yes, they're coming to Belfast next week, so I'll bring this to get signed, and then I'll buy a few more things there on the day.
Were you saying you're taking me for a pint, Phil? Is that?
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
I think, from what I remember, you said you were taking me for a pint.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Just
Preacher, by the way, if no one understands what Preacher is, it's mad. It's basically where like an angel and a demon came together and had a baby, like a god baby called Genesis, who accidentally possesses. What's the right word?
Possesses.
Some guy's possessed by this demon or this being, and it basically he looks for God to try and like get even with him. It's fantastic, brutal and mental, but fantastic.
Just hold up the omnibus again. Sorry, the Absolute Edition again. This is my preferred way of reading, I have to say, because I don't know if it's an old eyes thing or what. I just think that the print size, the artwork, the quality of the books,
these are heavy. These ones now. These are the heaviest ones I own. Yeah.
Is it also something about like having something girthy in your hands? You know, something.
I'm just not used to it, Andy. Yeah. That's what it is. It makes us feel good to hold something that big. You know what I mean?
Especially those old eyes. Yeah.
Exactly.
You got blinded.
Got blinded. Yeah. Okie dokie, guys. Last round. So show off your last bits and bobs. I've got a few figures to show off. I want to show this off first. This is my lovely daughter has got herself a new partner who've been together about 8 months or so now, and he completely surprised me at Christmas with a t-shirt. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but no.
There's so many things I have to question with this. Imagine being that guy and going out with your new girlfriend and realizing that's the dad in the Baywatch swimsuit.
And the thing is, he would have had to cut and paste that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all over his PC, aren't I? Do you know what I mean? We've got these images everywhere. And what do you look at the Sonic? The Sonic. I mean, just tremendous, just tremendous.
Pick it on, Peter. Put it on.
No, I'll not. Next show.
No,
next show.
The swimsuit. That's what I'm talking about.
Couple of other things just to show off relatively rapidly for you. Charlie sent us this. I think he sent you one as well, Andy. A fig pin, Wing Gudam Zero. I don't collect fig pins. I've not really used these before, but I have to say it's quite nice. It's quite bulky. You collect these, Phil?
No, I don't have one. I've seen them around. I know Scott's got a few himself.
Quite like it.
There'll be all sorts of anime and, like, say, the Gundams and things like that too.
Yeah.
Who's that character you have there, Andy? Who was that?
Boba Fett.
Who?
Boba Fett.
Oh, is that a Star Wars guy?
Yeah. You don't wait. Hold on, Phil. Are you being facetious there?
I think Phil's weighing more. I think Phil's weighing more.
I'm going to have to speak to you at the weekend, pint or no pint, honestly.
Oh dear.
Dark Means saying that I should have that merch on OnlyFans. I do. Couple of action now, lads. Do not judge us, right? Because technically it's a doll, and I know it's a doll. Okay, but don't judge us. But I didn't have one of these in my collection, and I knew I had to get one. So this is
oh my god,
vintage, original She-Ra Princess of Power. I've got I think he's a boyfriend. Got a boyfriend as well, just so they can bow chicka wow wow.
Oh my god!
You know,
please stop.
Did you just say bow chicka wow wow?
Bow chicka wow wow. Yeah, the music that is. So She-Ra. You know, I've been wanting one of them.
There, by the way, Fuzzy's comment is 100% correct. You've been soiled.
I have. Couple of other action figures just to show off. I've showed this one before. This is the Sideshow Collectibles Beetlejuice.
That's awesome.
It's not bad. The head sculpt is grown on us. My first real hair doll.
Oh, do that again.
So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then my last figure, which was a gift, so sent to us by Hasbro, is Red
Hasbro.
Hulk. My friends at Hasbro,
Influencer.
which is the new Red Hulk from the new Captain America movie. This is a Marvel Legends. It's a while since I've had a Marvel Legends. It's quite big, quite bulky. I think this retails for about 35 quid, but it's a more impressive figure than I was expecting. You get 2 head sculpts and 2 different sets of hands on them. Are you guys excited for because it's out 14th?
Yeah, yes and no. I think Marvel for a long time probably looked mediocre after the whole Infinity Saga stuff. Some were good, some were poor, but I feel like now we need to start getting back in, getting some good stuff. And in all fairness, I am looking forward to Captain America, but I have low expectations at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's gone through 5 rewrites or something like that, so that doesn't.
I don't know that ruins things. It's like a Blade category type of thing.
They've put a lot of time and effort into rewrites, screening, and all that kind of stuff. Andy, what about yourself? Are you into the kind of the Captain America movies?
I will absolutely watch it on my Fire Stick.
I think, Andy, just thinking about midnight releases, I think you and I should go see the Superman movie at midnight.
Where are you going? We're not.
Okay, Andy, what have you got to show? Oh, sorry, I've got one last thing. Just a pure nostalgia thing. I've showed this off before as well.
Is it from Hasbro?
No, it's not. I bought this. Did you? Do you guys have one of these when you were younger?
No, that was before our time.
It's a watch. It is. It's a Transformers watch, isn't it?
It's a Transformers watch. Yeah, these are the vintage Transformers watches. Absolutely love this. I knew I had to have one. So yeah, this transforms obviously into a little robot. I know, Andy, you're a big fan of Transformers, so you probably would want one of these, I would have thought.
I think I had one of those.
Yeah. The kind of the bee's knees when I was at school, everybody had one of these things. And the teachers used to go mental because you used to play with them, obviously, in the classroom.
Transform
it. Only if you make the noises, Andy.
I brought up some Transformer phlegm.
Did you see it?
There you go. Look at it.
It looks a wee bit like you.
It does. Sexy. Yeah. Anyway, Andy, what have you got to show off, Andy?
I also have a doll to show off. I got this.
I want that.
Nice. Yes, very nice.
Which is absolutely fantastic. Can't remember the name of the third-party company that made this. Can you remember?
Is it?
No, it's not so. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Hero?
It's absolutely,
Hero?
I can't remember who it was. It's absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I'm just waiting for. So this was the Shadow Batman, I think.
Yeah.
And then I'm waiting on. I think it's Hero Batman actually.
I'm surprised you've not got because I got the Hero Batman 3 months ago. I'm surprised you didn't get that one before because he came out after that one.
It's weird that I'm still waiting on my Wolverine as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that, and I just can't be bothered messaging and chasing it and stuff like that. Speaking of 2 things that I love, well, at least one of them. So I bought Bumblebee. Can you do the noise, Peter? Thank you. So yeah, this is a Lego Bumblebee to go with my Lego Optimus Prime. And
S-Hero, James Keegan to the rescue. S-Hero.
There we go. S-Hero, yeah. So yeah, got this. Love it.
I got the Optimus. Have you got the Prime?
Yeah.
I got the Prime and it nearly ended my life. It was horrific to build. But you don't really build them, do you? You just sit and look at them.
No, I've got Optimus Prime built. This is going to get built as well. And I actually bought 2 cases to display them on. Do you remember I sent you a picture of them? It's got the Transformers back. It looks a piece. So once that's done, I'll put them behind me for everybody to see.
You still like two of each? Keep one for a few years and
only if they have exclusive minifigures in it.
Okay.
Yeah. If they've got exclusive minifigures, I buy like a pack that I've got like 6 in the box. Hold them for about 4 years.
44?
3 or 4.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm in it for the long haul, Phil.
Darkman C got B for his son for Christmas. His transformation isn't quite as good as Prime. Still looks very nice. You'll have to show it once you've built it, Andy.
Will do. Yeah.
Is that all your figures and toys?
That's me.
Oh, he's on the move again. He's on the move.
Stand up again. Oh, what a fine looking man.
Yeah.
I'm just getting some Christmas presents out.
I'm the same as Connie. I haven't got the patience for Lego. Right, Phil, what you got for me?
2 more things. One pretty big thing, and this thing I just thought of a few seconds ago. I always wanted the helicarrier, the big massive Lego helicarrier from Avengers. And it was too expensive, and then it just sold out, and you couldn't get it. So they re-released like a wee miniature version.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right.
You got that? It's not as impressive as Transformers. But yeah, I thought it was really cool.
Do you get many figures with that one, Phil?
No. Cheap bastards. No. They don't. Which is okay. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Looks nice.
The other thing, Pete, something you're aware of, because I probably annoyed you for months talking about this, and I was really afraid to open it. I opened it the other day because I knew it's coming on here. And it's so impressive. Like it's better than it should really be, and it is Aragorn, the in art,
nice
rooted her version. Now, when I was opening this box, I was terrified. Like it's just it's like the packaging's so premium that the figure itself, like, I'm sure it's robust enough so you can take it and play about with it, but I just thought it was fantastic. And see if I can get a close up.
Yeah, the head sculpt is phenomenal, isn't it?
And it's the rooted hair version. Yeah. I waited a year and a half.
Remember when I had rooted hair? Jesus.
Joe, something. It's the small things I like about this company. So I have only a couple of 1/6 scale figures, and they are what they are. They're not cheap, but they're fairly kind of, nothing to be over impressed about. This here, have you ever had any in art stuff?
Yeah,
it's like a magnetic base.
Yeah,
that holds it in. It's meant to hold it in place really well. Just don't tilt it over.
That's 400 quid down the drain.
Yeah,
literally, guys, somebody has to clip that. That was beautiful.
Yeah, no. But to be fair, I don't have the head on properly because I'm too afraid. I'm afraid to click it on. I'm afraid to click it in because I don't want to break it. Which, I mean, clearly don't give a shit because I just dropped it. But, like
his wee face.
I know, I crap myself. Like it's more so the embarrassment in live TV.
Fuzzy said Aragona. Oh, brilliant.
Well done. Well done.
Fuzzy.
Yeah. Anyway, if this was just held in the display cabinet, that magnetic base would be wonderful.
What's happened to his hand?
Don't, Andy. Don't. I've got spare hands there anyway. But I haven't got anything on to it because I feel like I'm too afraid to touch it.
Yeah,
as you can see,
that is I mean, you're all right within art because they're all very sturdy, well-built figures. But the one you've just showed off, Andy, and the S-Hero, sometimes with those ones, I'm scared to play around with the hands and swap the hands out because they are very tight. They often say if you warm them up with a hairdryer just to make the plastic more supple, it helps a lot. But that Aragon is absolutely phenomenal. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. C4 Darkman, is it all right if I plug my mate's giveaway? Absolutely, mate. Just stick something in the description comments below and we'll mention it. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But yeah, the in-art figures are absolutely phenomenal.
Okie dokie. You need to get some of those glass cabinets, not the ones you have to be I mean, like the individual.
From
like Chinese knockoff sites.
Yeah.
And get displayed.
If James T. Keegan's still in the chat or drop him a line, he got some really nice like individual cabinets with individual lights and everything like that. Efren's daring you. Click its head into place, do it live, just for shits and giggles, Phil. Come on, we'll clip it. You'll hear like a snapping noise.
I'd cry.
I've actually, it's not as expensive as an in-art, but my Ahsoka, I was moving her around in the shelf just before Christmas and heard a very strange noise and her entire arm snapped in half. So I Googled it to find out what's going on. Apparently, it's a fault with all the figures. It was well known that if you try and bend our elbow at slightly the wrong point, it just snaps the arm, which is ridiculous when you're paying 300 quid for a figure. So yeah, a little bit pissed off with that, I have to say. Okay, C4 Darkman, just stick the details in the chat, mate. He's saying draw end of month, 3 prizes, but give us some details about how to enter and whatnot, and we will. Sounds cool. Right, chaps. That's whack. So we've gone through some bits and bobs there. I'm gonna do this every month. You guys more than welcome to join each month if you fancy it, just to talk about what we've picked up. Before we go, just a bit of housekeeping as usual to do a bit of plugging. These are all the various channels I'm attached to. Obviously, good old Efren over on Past Point Comics. Really do recommend you go check out his channel. He does some amazing stuff. One Good Scare Show, we've got a new video out that James has just finished editing all about Nosferatu, so please check that out. And we've got live show on Friday night at 9 o'clock. Killer Comic Show myself, Andy and Charlie do, will most likely be back in February. We're just kind of coming together with a bit of a plan. We've got a meeting this weekend. A meeting sounds very formal. To sort out what we're going to be doing. Yeah. And then I've joined the team over at Geek Week. So that's every Sunday night, 9:30, for a geek-based podcast about toys, movies, all that kind of stuff. So please join me on a Sunday night for that. Phil, what have you got coming up on your channel?
Okay, so I've released a video today. It's like a part of my weekly reader kind of thing, which I'm trying to commit to doing it every week. Slightly delayed this week because of the storm on Friday. Do you know what I'll do? I'm going to do a video this week. 25 for 2025. I want to talk about 25 books here behind me that I haven't read yet. I want to get 2 this year. So I'm putting that together as well for this weekend, hopefully. All being well.
Superb.
And then,
superb.
Sorry, over in the Comic Airwaves channel, me and Martin from TripleG Comics will go live this Friday evening. All being well for a little bit of a omnibus chat.
Good stuff. On my channel, next Tuesday is Let's Talk Toys. My pop culture playback, which is out at the moment, is all about Manimal. You guys seen Manimal?
I've heard of it, but
very good.
I haven't seen it.
It's a cool TV show from the 80s, so check that out. This Friday's video is Hero Highlights, looking at the best Marvel books. And then I've got a new series called Who's Who coming out, and we're going to start by focusing on the Captain America movie. So I've got a video on the new Falcon, the Leader, and Red Hulk coming out as well. Tomorrow night, live at 9:30 with Efren and James, where we're doing our 3 questions show. So that's tomorrow night at 9:30. We've got Chris saying he's knackered just looking at all we're doing YouTube. Fuzzy, Andy, it's been a pleasure. Andy, what's it been like dipping your toe back into the YouTube arena? Are you going to come back?
Absolutely horrendous, guys. Thanks for asking me on. No, it's been nice. It's been long overdue, and it'll be interesting to see when I do it again.
Well, next month. We'll come back and do this again next month.
Sorry,
yeah.
Battery's going out my.
Harsh.
You're doing a giveaway, Peter?
I haven't got a giveaway thing set up. Hang on, see if I can set it up.
You've just gone about $3,000 worth of stuff. I'm sure you can find something.
No. I mean, I've got my giveaway box here. I mean, I haven't got the link thing set up.
It doesn't matter. Hashtag, just hashtag and I'll pick the winner.
That's not usually how it works, but I'm trying to see if I can find.
It's a thought that counts, Peter. Come on.
I can't find a thingy, man.
Just send everyone in the chat some free books.
Everybody. Yeah. This feels like peer pressure.
I love stressing Peter out. See when he's not prepared for something.
It's because I'm trying to
running down his ginger Geordie dome.
I just sweat naturally. It's Lord. It comes out. Hang on.
That's me thinking all those shows you do. You were spreading yourself like butter.
What
you have these hashtag It's there's 3 people already done it. That's the hashtag. Hashtag
I'm on another screen here trying to find the link to the giveaway tool, and I can't.
We can see the reflection on your
on my glasses.
Your snooker glasses.
It's the sweat in your forehead. You can see it in the sweat.
Is it glistening? Is it glistening? I can't
Come
find the
amongst
freaking link.
yourselves if you want. Are you looking forward to Garth Ennis coming to Coffee and Heroes?
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, that's the end of that then. Fine.
All right. That's pretty.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't hear what you said.
No. Yes, I am. I'm more looking forward to a pint if we can organise that. That would be hashtag Lord Swits.
Hashtag we're gonna go for, all right? Hashtag
Honor.
How are the spelling? Jesus, it's that complicated. Hashtag There's 3 entries. Hashtag Hashtag Aragon Alley. Is Chris saying hashtag Lord Sweats there? How dare he?
Yeah.
Right, a couple of minutes, guys, and we will draw some free comic books.
I love the way that I bullied Peter into this.
I forgot to show off that.
Oh, that's
Didn't
that
show
part
that
of the
one.
giveaway box.
That goes well with your mug, yeah.
Cheeky bastard.
Oh, here. Why don't you put the mask on and then take a sip, and then we'll take a snapshot.
It'd be very cool. I was doing a show the other night and I showed that off. And someone commented, "Who the hell is Captain Britain?" Little cheeky bastards. They didn't win a giveaway. I
know a few people would say that to me.
Yes, that's very true. That is very true. Okie dokie, chaps. Let's do a bit of a giveaway then. So let's find the link. What are you laughing at?
Fully's just buried your YouTube career right now, yeah. That's it.
You got that movie for it? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bell end.
Oh, dear.
Hashtag Right, couple more minutes, guys. Couple more minutes, and then we'll put Luke wants the t-shirt if he wins. Luke wants the t-shirt if he wins. So Phil, what's happening?
Wait a minute. Ed's asking when's the next charity event?
The next what? We haven't got it planned. We haven't got it planned. We need to.
It's the day after the next Killer Comic Show.
We do need to
come back next week, and then you have to do one.
We'll be screwed. Right, chaps. Let's draw this last minute, and then we shall give it a go and see if we can pick some. Oh, here's Wayne and Logan. Give it a bit of a spin. See what we can get. So good luck, everybody, and off we trot. And our winner is
someone from Australia. Come on.
You're saying that Aussies won the last twice. Wayne Deacon. Nicely done, Wayne. Right, let's stop sharing that. Andy, front.
Spin it again. Wayne made some bald jokes earlier on. Spin it again. It's a Stuart's inquiry.
Front, middle, or back?
Can you do fourth from the middle, please?
Fourth from the middle.
No, you need to count
the other way. The other way.
No.
Yeah,
Phil.
The dead on middle.
The dead on middle. On middle. Oh, just nearly slipped my wrist. Andy, another one. Just tell us when to stop. Bring back Efren. I tell you, where's Efren? I wouldn't get this shit from him.
He said stop already,
but I wouldn't from him. Stop. Right.
No.
Not that one.
Not that one. Phil.
Stop.
Oh.
And last one, Andy.
Stop.
Right. Wayne, drop us a message on Instagram with your address and whatnot. You've got X23 variant edition, issue number 1.
Nice
young lady. Ooh. Bit of Black Cat goodness. Not sure. Is that a Hughes? Don't know who's.
What's all that on the ground?
It's diamonds.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
Diamonds are forever.
Some rocks.
No idea what that is. You promised me darkness. It's another Pussycat cover.
Is
that a Ryan Brown cover?
Not a clue.
No, it's a female artist. Can't remember her name, but it's a third print.
That was a big book about 4 years ago.
Bit of classic Fantastic Four action. Fantastic Four 101. Some vintage stuff. And Hulk. I think this is a minor key. Is this the first appearance of Titan from that shite Donny Cates run?
It is a minor key because I have about 5 of them. So yeah. The minor.
I think Titan didn't go anywhere, did he? He was kind of like he came and went. Yeah. So drop us a line, Wayne, on Instagram, and we shall give those books to you. We'll send them your way.
Well done, Wayne.
Well done, Wayne. Well done, Wayne. Okie dokie, gang. Tomorrow night, live with Efren and James, 9:30, with our top 3 questions, the one where we ask each other ridiculous questions. So that should be interesting. Thank you very much to you two. It's been fun hanging out with you. It's a while since I've done a live with both of you, actually. So thank you very much. Really did appreciate you coming on, and hopefully you'll come back next month. And with that, we'll call it a night. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.